party is about kindness, connection, and play. This is not a sexual event, and one way that we keep it that way is that nobody gets naked. We're going to introduce ourselves, we're going to go over the rules of cuddling, and we're going to teach some skills for communicating and navigating this space that will also serve you in other areas of life, and a few activities to get us comfortable with each other. This lasts about 40 minutes, and then we'll open up to what we call freestyle cuddling, where you get to create what you want, and then we'll have a very short closing circle at the end. Cuddle Party is all about choice, and we want to be very clear that you get to choose how and with whom you exchange any touch here today, and that includes the option to not cuddle at all. You can say no to everyone. That is perfectly acceptable and actually highly encouraged. It's a very empowering experiment. It can feel really awkward to say no. Most people don't like disappointing others, but saying no is such an important skill that we're going to go over it again. We're going to talk about it many times tonight, including why it actually is really helpful. But for now, please know that no is a complete sentence. You can just say no and leave it at that. You must ask permission and receive a verbal yes before touching anyone. Caressing, massages, foot rubs, back scratching, spooning, nuzzling, and the like are all allowed here today, but you must get a verbal agreement before you touch anyone. Either you ask for something you would like and getting verbal yes, or someone asks for you for something they would like and you agree to it. So asking for what we want is not always easy. It can feel really risky, right? Some of us never got over that middle school dance experience where we finally got the courage up to ask our crush to dance with us, and we bravely walk across the dance floor and we say, "Will you dance with me?" And then they're like, "No," and you just feel this horrified feeling of rejection, and you kind of walk that walk of shame back across the tundra of the dance floor, and then in that moment we learn to never ask for what we want again, right? But for the next few hours, not only is it not rude to change your mind, it's encouraged. You are not signing a contract by saying yes here today. I'm sure we've all had that experience where you're cuddling somebody and you're really starting to enjoy it, but your arm's falling asleep and it's becoming really uncomfortable, but you can't change anything. You're just like, I am here for this. But the truth is, it's getting awkward. So what changing your mind is really about is responding to the present as it is instead of how it was or how you thought it might be. I declare this a safe space for tears as well as laughter and everything in between. Some people have had a hard day, some people have had a hard week, and some people have had a hard life. Touch can be really healing, and new thoughts and feelings may arise. Sometimes just relaxing can allow the stress of the week to fall out in the form of tears. It's fine, it's natural, and whatever comes up for you here is welcomed here. You may be wondering why I asked you to say thank you for taking care of you. And the reason is because almost 10 years ago when I attended my first cuddle party, I got 3/4 of the way through the event without saying no because I couldn't. I realized that I had never said no to anyone in my life ever, that anything had been asked of me. And I was absolutely mortified and was like a frozen mannequin when people asked me things and I didn't want to do it. And so I was like that awkward person who never hugged anybody, and it's just a really stiff experience. And you're just like, okay, I'm just gonna let go now. Yeah, that was me. Finally, I got the courage up to say no, and the person really joyfully responded with, "Well, thanks, take care of you," and skipped off. And my jaw just dropped. I was like, oh my God, I can say no, and I don't get in trouble. And literally that moment pivoted and shifted my life, and the rest of my experience for that event, I felt empowered. And I was like, why is this not being taught on the East Coast? Why are we not learning this in high school? How different would my relationships been? And so that was actually the impetus and the passion brewing within me to I need to bring this back to the East Coast. So